Hi, welcome to the stream. Are you hearing me all right? Am I not too quiet compared to the music? Am I looking all right? Is my desk in the right position? Have I hit light switch? Hi, welcome to the stream. I hope your week has been fine and that you're ready for some cozy vibe. So welcome in. So we can see the objectives, right? Today I want to try something. So before we've just been going down the list. But I actually want to try and make my switch it up a bit in a sense that I want to do some gesture drawings first as a warm up and then go into maybe a little bit about the head or something else. So I need to. Uh, pa- I don't have references yet. We're just slowly starting up. Uh, Here, reference sketch daily. Uh, how long am I giving myself? I'll probably put it on. Um. Oh, I can actually get some good head references on here, probably. Hello, Santa. I see. I need to make sure that my tablet is actually connecting to the right screen, not the wrong one. This is interesting indeed. You have Santa coming down into the shoulder that curves off. Then you have an arm that just goes straight down. Then here, there's a line that goes into like the Santa belt. And yeah, that kind of comes here. And you have like real floofed up sleeve parts. There's a bit of like a collar around here that goes into this part. You have a fist here, and the fist kind of goes into a whole bag. Oh boy. It's allergy season, which means I am slowly withering at the influence of you know, plants. Just plants in general, like grasses. It's not completely accurate. But I'm trying to do somewhat of a just more looking at it and doing. That's a bit too long, isn't it? Just going like this. And then here, there's like the ski mask going into a wide brimmed hat. Right? I love you so much. What? Beverages. The cup actually fits the theme of this drawing, I guess. Okay, let's do another one. It's like a sexy plague doctor. That's interesting. So you have the head that connects here in the back, sort of facing this direction. We've gotten two like very interesting references. A snow woman? I guess that is also something you could see there. Like a sexy snow woman. I was seeing a sexy plague doctor. Cuz it's like the crow mask. Uh, voila. And then something like here-ish that just ends in like a straight down foot. Here we get the shoulder blade and it goes like somewhat here. And then arches here. And then from here, it's a lot more up. So like here-ish. And then voila. That's another like quick gesture drawing. Uh, we're just doing some warm up, honestly, at the moment. Just trying to get back into the feel of, well, the feel of just drawing the gestures. We've done two so far, and I'm thinking of doing like 4 or 5 before we go into like the next part of the stream. Uh, I don't feel like that's too dark. Sure, we can do this. It's honestly like plants are trying to kill me. Plants are trying to kill me. There's a little dust on my pen. Something like this. Something like this. Just have the hand come here. And we'll do like a quick little helmet thing. And then from here, it's kind of like this. Something like this. Well, let's keep it going. Uh, Just some like Reaper stuff. Uh, oh, what just happened? Yeah, it is. It really is. I don't know what it's going for, but that is okay. Um, I really don't know what to do with this one though. Like, okay, this is doable. Oh boy, imagine. Uh, the no. The site is just a blade of grass. It's like, hey, welcome to the stream. I'm Xander, they them pronouns, and we're doing an art stream. Oh, hey, Cam. Yeah, from the Scarlet Starlight, right? I remember you. I was gonna say it's not been that long, but it's been like a year almost since that game ended. We're just chilling, having good vibes, and practicing some sketches. That is the best definition of this. We're currently doing like gesture drawings and trying to get and I know, I know. I saw this reference and I was like, I cannot do this without doing the actual cart. Um, so how are their leg positioned? Something like this. Something like this. And then we go here. Also, Cam, happy Pride. Happy Pride. Hope you're having a great time and just chilling. I miss playing D&D with the Scarlet Squad. Honestly, like it was really fun. Oh, oh, maybe, maybe. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Ooh. Any specific inspiration that you're working with? She may be too tall to be in this car and still be in frame. Uh, Interesting. When we talk high fantasy, is it kind of like the vibe of having an advanced technological society, but it's based all in magic, like magic science? Kind of like imagine you want to run a bath and you have runes that cast heat metal on the pipe that goes into the bathtub, and my reference is gone. Okay, let's do it a little faster. That's really exciting. Headless pirate. Fair. Yeah. Yeah, like it all combines, and like it's all spell work, but it makes life so much easier. To the point that like what are you even without it anymore? It basically it's like imitating modern technology with magic. Something like this. Something like this. And then I I would love to play. I do need to check um like in general if I can, cuz I currently am already in two games. Um and I also should spend some time doing things that aren't D&D. I also don't know like what timeline you're looking at. Like did you just start working on it, or is it been in the pipeline for a while? It's a little bit of a wonky drawing. Like the perspective is off. Um the legs are way too tiny. Let me actually try something. Like if I do something like this, it's already way better. But also, there would also be like way more regulation on when, where, and how you're allowed to cast. Because like it's one thing, like for example, driving a car, you need a license, right? Um, and technology, certain technology, you need to be trained upon. Like working with computers is not just a given. Working with heavy machinery is not just a given. Working with a bathtub tap, sure you can do that. Um, but it would be highly regulated who would be able to do what. No. All right. And now we've done a couple of sketches, a couple of gesture drawings, just vaguely getting the shape. So now I'm going to hide the references. Um and I'm actually going to pull a couple of, because if you can see on the little objectives, monthly objectives, we're supposed to practice the anatomy of heads this month. So what I want to do is I want to get some headshots and actually try the Loomis structure, which is the one where like you draw a circle over the head, then you draw like a frontal line and a like a vertical horizontal on the circle and extend it to construct a head, right? Um, pardon me. I can easily show that real quickly. So it's like this, you know? You have a basic circle, and you build upon that until you have like a full face. And every single face is just a construction of that with variances. Um, I just need to get some reference images. Because I want to try first with actual headshots and drawing the constructions on top of that. Yeah, you can send it to me on Discord. I'm always down to see more art. Let's go back to Photoshop. Uh, tu- tu- tu. Yeah. Okay. So we have the beginning of stream in a little map, in a little folder, and then I have my references. Is the image gonna be big enough? You know, we honestly don't need that much details. I am at one point just gonna give you access to my stream elements. You can make commands. Is body doubling like kind of like a lurk? Like a exclamation mark lurk, but more so I'm body doubling? Or so I need to scale down this brush. it basically comes down to let me add a black and white filter on you, and then I'll color in like a greenish or a purple. Let's go with purple. And it doesn't matter that we're losing like some of the details on this because we're not trying to go high detail, right? So, oh, that is a bad circle. That'll do. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that would be like a good thing to put in as a reminder. I feel like the circle needs to be a little bit more like this direction. Let's just start anew with it. I think that is a pretty decent circle. Right? And then we have our line like oh, right? Tut, tut. Pa, pa, pa. Something like this. Okay. I checked Discord just too early then. Oh. This is really cute. It for some reason, it made me instantly think of Steven Universe, the Garnet and Steven fusion that is like the bright sunstone. You know what I mean? I mean, they're both sun related, so I guess that would make sense. Oh, but it is like gem based. That's real cute. Like that citrine. What color is that? Is it like I'd want to say like a citrus color, but I don't know the specific gem. It is orange? Okay. Okay, so it is kind of like a citrus. So this line is supposed to be like the eyebrow line, so it makes sense. Something like this. Mine? Is it? I see. I see. I am a sun. Yes, I am a fake queer. How can I be one of the queers if I don't know my gemology? Is that what you call it? I have no idea what you would call it. That's the whole thing. That's fair enough. Ah, yes. Also, for clarity, Vic is my partner. Uh, so if it seems like she's talking with a lot of familiarity, it's because she's literally in the other room. She is my favorite mod, my ultimate protector. Gemology is a thing, yeah, but I didn't know if that is the thing that relates to this. If that makes sense. He has weird facial feature. Oh, I'm so glad nobody else gets to see this, but Adobe really is trying to push like their new AI generative filter thing. Um every time I select something right now. So coming out of this and coming out of here is an ear. Right? And then here you see a little peak of an ear as well. Something like this. That's not bad for a head construction. There's some things that are a little off, but it conveys features. Right? Thank you. Let's get another head. Okay, this is a slightly different angle. It's more so of a looking downward, so we're getting a lot more of the top of the head. If that makes sense. So circle. From what I've understood always is that you kind of want to get the top of the head and the bottom of the nose, and that is your diameter. So if I just were to do this, and then I copy this line, and I rotate it, this is around what you want it to be. And I'm gonna use this as like a guide to actually draw my circle. Cause drawing circles is hard. If you've ever had to draw circles, they're surprisingly hard to do. um so here you need to take into account that you're going for the brow line. Oh. So something like this. And then you're also going for something like this, I guess. You have this parallel from here. Let me lessen it a bit. You draw kind of this. And then you also slice off. That's where you stopped. That's honestly like art is hard. Art is hard, but also it's really fulfilling. So it's always been something for me that I end up coming back to no matter what. And at this point, it also feels too ingrained in how I see myself. That was wrong. It not fun. I honestly like having to draw similarly time after time to get like a consistent framing I cannot imagine the nightmare that is. So this line keeps coming down a bit, and then it connects, and this line comes into this, right? So then I get a head construction somewhat. So here on this line, going somewhat out, and then also back up. We have a nose. And then we have a bit of bra. Here we want to divide in thirds, so somewhere around here. Ooh, more art. Is it like a clock? Ooh, was that that's like motion design though, right? It's not like hand animated, it's motion design, or is it all hand animated? I don't know why you did that. All hand drawn. Cam, please. Oh no. Buddy. Cause it it's like objects moving across the screen, right? So for me, I would just get that into After Effects. Um and I would just start here, stop here. Scale up, scale in. Um Hey, welcome to the stream. We're hanging out, just chilling, and doing some studies um for the head anatomy month. We already did some like gesture drawings earlier. But we're now just looking at headshots and trying to getting whoa. Are you okay? I hey, hey, Keltus. I really loved the tree drawings. So if you send me another one, it's been like 2 years, but send me a tree drawing today. You did a tiger at work? Feel like the eye line is not perfect. Um, but it reads enough as a head, roughly. So I'm content. Ooh. And you were like, let me join in. Let me join in on the tiger art. Let me draw a little kitty. I mean, honestly, fair. Honestly, fair. At that point, I would also start drawing if I got bored. I think if you're doing like sideways head, sideways heads, what are words even? Oh, that is the wrong thing to grab. Like, somewhere here? Something like this? Possibly. Let me have a check on Discord. I'm just getting art sent. Oh, it's, it's a kitty. It's a kitty. It's it's actually like a really good drawing. This dude's head needs to be bigger, right? Probably something like this. It's a very like sideways angle, but it's not completely. Um, like the side of the eye. I think the cutoff is something like this. Because what we're trying to get is we're trying to divide the circle in the middle and then divide this section into three, and this then becomes a circle. You said you did better than somebody on an animation course? I I think you did. I clip it and send it to them, and tell them that I told you you did better. You're the best. Um, it's fact. Ah, like that. Okay. For a second, I thought you told the art student that you did better than. It was like ballsy. We love the energy. We love the energy, but that's ballsy. I mean, it could have been like a joke, honestly. Like you could have been like jokingly being like, "Yeah, no, I did better." Somewhat works, right? We're just trying to get like the Loomis method overlaid on top of these headshots. So we're just trying to break down faces. And by the end of today, I will only be able to draw this dude's face. Um, that will be the only face I can ever draw. And the only thing I can change is like remove his mustache. The one and only, my muse. Aren't you jealous? Something like this. So we have front of the face like here. And then it goes up. The head is at an angle of like this, right? You then get something like this. And then he's flirting with me. And that during Pride Month. Like, which, to anybody watching, happy Pride. Bam. Something like this. And then here on this line, we're trying to divide this in 3 equal-ish sections. So that on this line, parallel. We can draw our cutout. It's something like this, right? Because this also guides the side of the face plane. Homomomi. Homomi. Homom. Oh. My brain just melted. um, I just visibly shirked on stream. Yeah, no, I know. Um, but I was like homomi. How can I combine these words? Homomimo. Homimomo. Let's not get too distracted, shall we? From here, we draw a line down and then connect it. Damn. During Pride Month. We don't do gender during Pride Month. Hello? Imagine having pronouns. Could not be me. Don't refer to me. Don't refer to me at all. We don't do gender this month. Hello? Yes, join me. Join me in. Well, I don't do cooking. I don't do a lot of imagine conforming. Yes. We're all just little people. Doesn't matter how tall you are. We're just little people. Um, but no, what I was saying, I cannot claim to do a lot of cooking. Only making pancakes, if that counts. Um, but I would say I do a lot of cleaning. That's my thing, cause well, both of us can get overwhelmed, but I'm like, I want neatness. And I need to do it while I have spoons, honestly. Like, it's not that I'm constantly cleaning. Um, oh, fair. Fair. Uh, uh, takeout is expensive, to say the least. Like, you probably spend on takeout for one night Would you otherwise spend on food in like 3 days, 4 days, maybe? Like entire days. So it's very relatable, yes. Um, if I hide your little. Okay, that's a face. So again, a face. So don't know how well we're perfectly overlaying over top. But we're trying. This face is cut off. Oh, this is. Are we ready? Let's just go for this little. Here he's just a cutie. He's like some guy in a parking lot helping an old lady load in her car. There's no thoughts. Just probably need to make the circle a little bigger. Also move it like slightly up. Oh, how was Con, by the way? Cause I heard you and our good little buddy were meeting up. Tiny boy. Bra line, right? I'm leaning like I'm hiding. I'm no longer on screen. Uh, going to just reset this, and then um, is this right? Like something like this. And then divide this in thirds, pull it down, and you get like a somewhat of a circle shape again here. That is like the cutoff. Oh, really? Like it was that short? I thought y'all were gonna hang out. It sounded like y'all were doing like a meetup and hanging out together, but it was just like kind of being at the same con then, I guess. Uh, something like this. Also sounds like you needed a lot of luggage to get all that stuff like with you. This was the one in London, right? The one that we talked about me possibly going to if I had money. What is it? MCM kind of. Hey, that's a face. That looks like a face. Let's get a new face, shall we? Um, we can shift. Oh, that wasn't my intention. Yeah, like some more from here. Uh, Getting a picture for social media. How? What big cons cost? I know that Fects in Belgium is somewhere between 20 to 30 for a normal day price. But you have to take into account Facts before for me was like I could go with my bike there. If you're having to stay in a hotel nearby, you're paying a lot of money. You're paying like so much money just to get a room. Uh, oh, he looks a little upsetty, but I think it's a good neutral, um, like emotion to draw. You know? That is that is a lot. Whoa. Just for like 2 days? Like nothing included, just entry? 3 days. Still, it's on the higher end for like a con, right? Like Facts is probably it's considered the Comic Con of pardon me, the Comic Con of Belgium, right? And we're paying like 20-ish euros. Yeah, you're paying like several hundreds just to stay there. I think this is about the middle of the circle. And then we do this, going up, and we complete the circle. I think the face seems to be like pretty straight on. Like you're not getting a lot of difference from one side to the other. The only difference is the light is like a lot harsher on one side of the face. No worries. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you're having a great stream, and we'll catch up later. Um, I got distracted. My brain just blanked. But have fun, and talk to you later, buddy. I who knows how long I'll stream. Um, Usually it's like until like 9:30 ish local time. Um, like maybe another hour. We're doing great though. I think we're doing great. Um, Line needs to shift a little bit, so I need to just take this part out. Just be like a little cheating, a little cheating. Um, Voila. This one can stay here. I'm gonna lower the opacity a little bit, and then it becomes a thing of like we have the line of the jaw, but we also need to divide into thirds. That hits here. That hits here. That needs to be parallel with the big line, so it reaches around here. And then I get like my circle cut off, which actually it wouldn't have a circular shape on this one. Um, this needs to be like a little squarish, right? And then from here, the jaw would continue. And then connect here. That makes sense. And here you would have the eye line, like the brown line would come out, connect to the ear, and then come back in. You have the brow line here. Let's lighten that initial one a little more. We can actually, let's hide you. Get like a good look at the nose. We're sort of looking at it straight on. Just somewhat like this till this point. Then, yeah. That looks all right. We can turn this one back on. Here we do a line for the mouth, the Cupid's bow, and then another. And here, from what I understand, is between here and the brow line, you also divide in thirds, and then you do again like a circle, right? And that's actually the line where the eyes rest on. If I re-up all of these, the music hasn't updated. Okay, it should now. For some reason, sometimes Stream Deck's a little weird and it doesn't actually fully give like the updates, but should be fine now. If you have suggestions for music, you can always give it, and we can try to play something because we're just trying to have a chill time. So lo-fi fits the vibe, right? And while you're here, if you aren't yet following me and you're enjoying this and you want to continue hanging out and sort of co-working, body doubling, don't forget to follow and um, you'll get notifications whenever I go live. I got reminded that I don't say that, so now I'm doing it. Am I a streamer yet? Am I doing it right? Tavern ambience. Ooh. I don't know if I have tavern ambience on like Twitch safe. Something loud just happened in the apartment building. I think like a neighbor dropped something. Um, mm, we all know this, right? We all know this. Is this it? I don't know. Ocarina of Time. Um, I've been playing Zelda a lot, and it's amazing. Like I don't know a lot about it. Like I'm catching up on the lore. Oh, very low. I upped the volume because the last one was quite quiet. Um, let me. Now it's probably a little too low, right? Somewhere here. Is this all right again? We just did you. Um, all right. I upped the volume because I was vibing, and then it turned loud again. Um, your face. Yes. We just need a circle. Uh, I think this side of the face is slightly wider, right? So it's never vibe. Always be serious. Vibing, not allowed. Vibing's too dangerous. We should ban it. Um, it's it's slightly off center, I think, but it's also so slightly that it becomes hard to tell. Because I might also just be looking wrong at this. Ooh. I love landscapes, but they're complicated because you work with a lot of 3D principles. Um, like you can, of course, go for like simplified landscape. Um, but if it's like a nature painting, you can do a lot wrong. Something like this. Yeah, no, it's definitely like once I turned it now, this is where the middle is somewhat. So this is the curve it makes. And then this connects here. Right? That makes sense. That looks all right. We can lighten this. Just divide by 3 here. Continue the line. Then right. Just have it like this. Oh. Continue the line. Something like this. Also, if you want to show me like the progress, feel free to send me something on Discord real quickly. Like just screenshots. We have the brown line. We have this. Here. Drawing on the tablet. I don't know. It's different. It's definitely different. Like I can get irked by the feeling of the little tip on the screen. Um so it's definitely not always the best thing to be doing. But it also is a great tool in like allowing you to make changes um a lot more after the fact. Uh, I think this layer, yeah. The line is more down. Mine isn't at all. You mean like an iPad tablet? Fair. Mine is like a drawing display, so it's a lot less movable because it needs to be connected to my computer to do anything. Which I think like drawing on a tablet in itself would possibly be a little more enjoyable in the end than on like a set monitor. Like I can never take it just to the living room and chill out with Vic. I always kind of need to come and hide in the office if I want to draw on it. Um, it's something. We've done quite a bit of faces already, haven't we? Um, let's actually, because we had different models. Um, and I've been doing just this dude for some time at this point. Um, let's also try different faces, right? Yeah, I misunderstood that at first. I thought you were talking about like a drawing tablet specifically. I mean, I've seen really cool results from other people on tablets because they have like very dedicated software on them nowadays. for drawing that imitate like um Clip Studio and Photoshop really well. And you even have like added features that you don't get in different ones. Um, her things are a lot more. Why am I unable to? Ah, it is taking. Oh no, she is individually. Let's start with like a simple one, right? Let's get our little circle. We have the bottom of the nose, top of the head, and we just go and create like a little circle. Right? Something like this. Something like this. I feel like this is the middle of the circle. And this is? Although that wouldn't make sense. I'm confused. More so like this, then having it slightly like this. Use? Not. Wait. Oh. I mean, whatever works for you, honestly. Like, if I had not grown up in an era where it was super easy to just crack Photoshop, which is a joke, legal reasons, I would probably not have learned a lot of Photoshop before university. I might have even used like Clip Studio. Being very honest, because it was not that expensive. Looking back to what they want to charge you nowadays. So this divide it in 3-ish. Parallel. It's here. Divide it in 3-ish. And then, right? Likewise here. And we continue this line. I think I drew the circle too small. Although, I'm unsure. I'm confused. See, I can only draw that dude's face now. Like, I feel like I definitely am missing a bit more. Oh. Of this side of the face. A bit more like this. Just yeah, I know, I know. Um, mm, like the chin is a bit thinner. Um, the jaw is not as low. The space between the nose and the I hadn't paid attention to that yet. But possibly, yeah. Like the eyes are also slightly lower. Um, we're learning. We're trying to analyze the facial features just in general. So a lot thinner eyebrows. Something like this. Uh, it's still very masculine presenting for some reason. Eh, it's a jawline. Yeah, definitely. But it is like her actual jaw. Or do I need to make it rounder? Is that it? Do I need to... Oh, not here. Let's create a new one. Like, create it more like this. Like, does that do it? A bit thinner still. No? Also, the mouth is throwing me off. Oh, that was not my intention. Um, I'll just quickly give them like a simpler mouth. Deselect. It's still not exactly right. Let's first up reverse this. I think it also um like if I do this more so. It is slightly getting better. Still think the jaw could use like some extra. I think that somewhat works. Like we changed the mount around, which smiling to neutral changes a lot about a person's face. Like you don't just go up, right? You expand in a sense. Like it's somewhat weird. think I think for this attempt we're gonna say we're good. Right? And just start the next phase. Let's do like a way more neutral expression. So we have under the nose, up the face. a fairly down the middle split pose, if I'm not mistaken. Somewhat like this. Somewhat like this. Just gonna rotate. This. Reset the view. Um, I mean, maybe do like 2 more faces. I actually didn't catch that we were going that long already. But thank you for the heads up. Because I might just end up overdoing myself otherwise. So, somewhat like this. Uh, I'm trying to. Can I do this? Song of Storms. I hope it's not too loud. It's a little louder, but dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. I think for her, it's almost like her eyes are halfway. So we have somewhat here. What here? We need to 1, 2, 3, right? 1, or maybe I didn't draw the circle big enough. I don't know. Let's do another layer. right? And then here. Uh, I think it works a little better. I'm gonna need to watch like a specific video on feminine faces probably to get it perfect down. Um let's try and do like a side view one. Uh, someone like this. I think it ends up being easier for me to just draw a smaller circle and then just go, okay, now I want from this part to be uh, sure, somewhere. Like it's not perfect, but it's doing its job. Uh, oh, Gerudo Valley. We love Gerudo Valley. It is a very expressive song, and I definitely um like the guitar renditions of it. They give me serotonin. Something like this. Then on this side would have something similar, right? Ish. And then from here we kind of arc towards the chin. That then come here. Here we need to divide this line in three-ish. So here. here. Um, from this line, the jaw comes, but it curves a lot earlier, right? And now I can do this. We have this point, here it dips in, then it comes out. I struggle with like intersections of mountains, like parts that jut out, making the perspective. So I understand. There there's something. Coloring mountains. Why specifically coloring? That's a very specific answer. Gradients? Fair. And like this. Not perfect. Not entirely perfect, but I think having done like quite a bit of faces and us being a little over 2 hours, I think that will be it for tonight. So, um, thank you all so much for coming out. I hope you had a great time, got some work done, or chilled out and had just good vibes. We'll be back next Tuesday, same time, same place, and I hope to see you then. Have a nice weekend.